This is the very last video for week 2. We're going to begin on question 18. So it wants to know the value of x. So this is an equation here. So in order to find out we have to find out what's currently happening so we can find out the answer. So my question to you is what is happening here? We have this 1/6 and the x. They're right up next to each other. I don't know what is happening, but I do know that a number, even if it's a fraction, in front of a variable is called a coefficient. And a coefficient, that's that big buff purple guy who's like, you don't need to tell me I'm being multiplied. I'm already being multiplied. So I know that the 1/6 is being multiplied to the x, and that'll equal 2/3. Okay, so we have 1/6 times the x equals 2/3. So then you have to ask yourself, I don't know what 1/6 times something is 2/3. I don't know, but I do know how to use inverse operations. So the inverse of multiplication is division. So I need to divide both sides by 1/6 so I could figure out this answer. All right, so now we have 2/3. And you guys all see fractions and freak out, divided by 1/6. I know how to divide fractions. That's keep, change, flip. So keep, change, flip. 2 times 6 is 12. 3 times 1 is 3. And I know that 12 divided by 3 is 4. That's all your answer is. So you would just put 4. Okay. Number 19. Number 19 is the same thing. I'm sorry, we'll just delete this part. Number 19 is the same thing. We have an equation. We have 4t, so 4 times something equals 50. 4 times t, we don't know what t is, but times something is 50. So I need to divide, my inverse is division, and I need to divide both sides by 4 to figure out this mystery number. Because these will cross out, and then I'll finally get t. So I'm going to go ahead and do this over here. 4 into 50. 4 goes into 5 one time. 1, bring down a 0. 4 goes into 10 two times. 4 times 2 is 8. And I have a remainder, but that's okay. We can put decimals and then put a 0. Oop. Look at me go. Oopsies. Bring down the 0. 4 goes into 20 5 times with no remainder. So my final answer, t would have to be 12.5. All right, last one of week 2. This is the multiple choice, and you have to figure out which one of these will work. I'm going to show you another way to do this. So over here, like in this aspect, it asks you to do an inverse operation to find x. But sometimes if it tells you that one of these is the magic answer, we can substitute it in for r and find out that way. Now, if you wanted to go ahead and divide both sides by 1/8, absolutely fine. You can do that. Or we can just substitute these numbers into wherever we see an r. So let's go ahead and try that. So we have 1/8 times something equals 1/4. All right, so let's go ahead and try this one. Let's try 4. I'm going to make it a fraction because we like fractions. All right, 1 times 4 is 4. 8 times 1 is 8. Does that equal 1/4? Well, no. This is 1/2 because if you divide both sides by 4, it'll give you 1/2. So it's definitely not this one. So let's try another one. Trying to get to 1/4. Let's try 1/4. 1 times 1 is 1. 8 times 4 is 32. Nope. That's not going to work. Okay. It's definitely not 1/4. Let's try it again. Substitute a new number in. 1/2. 1 times 1 is 1. 8 times 2 is 16. That is not 1/4. So we pretty much have figured out our answer at this point, but let's just go ahead and prove it. 2, I'm going to change it to a fraction, which is just 2 over 1. 1 times 2 is 2. 8 times 1 is 8. You can divide both of these by 2 and you will get 1/4. So it must be r equals 2.